body be placed and remain in a perfect condition to protect all units that are ever deployed. Watch the intensity of the concentration and then rotate the weapon in unison, retaining close proximity, and then watch as the weapon gets quietly tossed behind you. Give it up for your team! Don't be shot, folks. They're working hard out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the enemy threat has been neutralized. The ground forces have successfully seized the airfield, and you are all once again back in friendly territory.
Come on, Seymour Johnson, give it up for your team! Work hard! Embedded in every area is a concept of leadership. Never leaving heaven behind. Never falter and never fail. Mission success can only be accomplished if each team member can rely on their wingmen for support. Watch as all team members powerfully demonstrate this as they toss the weapons overhead. Teamwork is vital to maintain air superiority and to win today's war. Our country relies on the dedication and professionalism of all areas. It is these qualities that make today's United States Air Force the most powerful air force in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just witnessed is a combined arms demonstration using both the U.S. Army and the United States Air Force. Additionally, here, Team Seymour also participates in multiple joint exercises and operations. Right now, I've got Doc Heidegger, the Wing Historian, with us up here. He's going to talk a little bit about one of the additional ones that we participate in, and that's Razor Talent.
No distinguished secret as a weapon manual that's front to the rear, supervising the rapid movement of forces around the world. It takes the drill commander who stands calm and motionless.
Now, we used to go to Nellis for all big time training. A few years ago, they said, why can't we do it here? And not only are we doing it here, but because we're on the coast, we get other people to join in on the scenario. People like the United States Marines, people like the United States Navy, things like aircraft carriers, stuff like that. So not only are we doing the stuff that they can do at Nellis, we're doing bigger, better, more right here every single month. And you've heard me talk about World War II. You've heard me talk about Marine Corps. Don't ever lose sight of that. Men and women in today's armed forces are smarter, better trained, more capable, get you more complicated stuff than the folks from way back when could have ever dreamed about. So today's armed forces, all volunteers, just as dedicated, just as willing to sacrifice as everybody came before, but their capabilities far exceed all those who came before. So, a real testament to our men and women in the armed forces.
No mission can succeed without it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to wait for the runway to be cleared. We may notice above you two ships of 15 capping overhead of the airfield. These aircraft are established in a defensive counter aircraft in order to protect the airfield from enemy further on attacks by enemy aircraft. That air superiority that's been established allows us to engage fighters at over 100 miles away. Our station on the ground right here safe from any major ground attack for the near future. That's when we infiltrate at a low altitude, typically around 500 or lower, in order to acquire the target. The aircraft will execute a high-G, high-speed maneuver in order to climb above the target, identify the target, and then roll in to place their precision munitions directly on the target, all while conducting this at around 400 to 500 knots.
It's good to recruit, retain, and inspire as a traveling component of the Air Force Angle. This 250-member unit is comprised of competitively selected volunteers from every Air Force specialty and of the whole Air Force Squadron with a full-time aerial unit. All units in the Air Force, the drill team has its own playbook. Something must be remembered for it. Here, the drill team will execute its trademark maneuver, known as the double spin. Their weapons will rotate at a velocity of almost 40 miles per hour, mere inches from their path.
First coming up initial is that single T-38 painted black from Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida.
Precision and unwavering neutral approach. Please direct your attention Master Sergeant Wood, as she attempts to march up and back through the narrow bound of Speedway.
Now that the T-38 is established in the downwind and he is configuring for a landing rollout high up above the tower, will now execute the highest, quickest way to transition from medium to low altitude and into the landing patterns.
I'm trying to get this furniture off, but this is
The combat arrival enables these jets to land